Guess who signed this fucking record deal? Fuck off! Come on! We are the Polydor. Welcome back to Wafflin! Malfoy, Theo Baker, and Weller. Right? Now, what you may have noticed, right, if you looked at the comment section of our last podcast, is something very grave. And I am personally disrespected by it. Theo, you got attacked by the Wafflin Mafia, and I feel it's just disrespectful.
Wait.
I got attacked for...
Have you been taken off mute yet?
I got attacked for just being quiet.
So,
I didn't say anything wrong. It was just this little fucking loser, they called me. They called me a fucking loser. Beta loser. Annoying little red idiot, I got called. And I was ill that day.
Right, chat shit. So basically...
No, I was ill.
Malfoy, right, was not ill.
You know
and
I was.
all season, you've been chatting this grease like you're the new alpha. Right? And it came to big, scary Tiki-Toki sat in the room. And you disappeared. Your arse fell out. Where did you go,
The only
Malfoy?
one scared in that room was you. I mean, you
Scared.
and I got the receipts to prove. I got the voice notes to prove it. I was not scared. I was ill.
Look, Malfoy.
Did I not complain about a headache?
Fucking
I
hell, mate.
sneezed 3 times.
How are you still alive?
I sneezed 3 times. It was bad.
Yeah.
I was on the Panadol.
Yeah.
And I can't lie.
Yeah.
I've been rattled.
Yeah, well, people did pick up on it because they were saying, you know, Tiki's an alpha. They actually said he makes all of us look like a baby.
Yeah, well, HS
Baby.
Dicky... Well, that's the thing, wait, just before you say that, the HS Dicky Docky, right? So, he's obviously a geezer that's very set in his way and very just like, I don't give a fuck. Us blokes, right, and I think this may be a Seaford thing, right? listen.
All a bunch of virgins.
No. We're very adaptable, right? So, in the presence of others, we adapt ourselves to connect with them further. Okay, whereas an individual like Dicky Docky, right? He is just like, this is how I am, and that's it. So if you noticed, I put on a bit of a roadman accent. So I was like, yo, yeah, brother. But that's me trying to connect with him. And you said nothing.
There's the videos of me.
Isn't it interesting? And those of you that watched last week's episode, how when you introduce different energy to the group, it can have a different effect on the energy in the room, right? Because normally we're all fucking loud asses. And it was just, I don't know, it made me feel like I kind of prefer it when it's just us boys doing waffling rather than getting guests on.
Maybe
It was a good episode, it was interesting, but I prefer laughing and obviously us boys being, friends forever, we can do that.
But obviously I was very ill that day. And
fuck off.
No, I was.
We went and did some NFL thing for the whole day and you were fine. You were like making me film TikToks of you and everything.
Anyways,
dancing.
Get this comment up.
My favourite comment. I think this was my favourite comment from the whole episode.
Okay, here we go. It goes like this, Maurice. By the way, I finally had a haircut from my actual barber, Tommy Cannings. No longer cut it myself. Thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, lol, having to hear this constant alpha BS from Theo these last few months, and then to see him crumble in the presence of a guest is hilarious. He even took Theo's seat.
Which is true, he did.
And he got
the seat up.
And he got interrupted, and he just let it happen. I don't even believe in all that Alpha Sigma stuff. Seems like astrology for men. But one thing's for certain: Theo is not who he thinks he is.
Fuck off, pussy. just plain wrong.
Wrong. Wait, really?
Mate, just because I let our guest talk in the episode. Sorry, what do you want me to do? Interrupt him 24/7?
No, but interestingly...
Not let him talk? There's 4 people in the room. 4 people.
Sorry, you don't need to assert your dominance to us.
I'm so rattled.
But what me and Weller were saying on the way up is, imagine if Weller turned up and he said nothing.
Imagine if I sat there and was...
Yeah, I'd be like... I'd be like, everything all right?
Everything all right?
Is everything all right?
Wait, no, but then you did ask him, is everything all right?
Mate, do you remember? There was at one point I thought you were crying. But look, it is what it is.
You know I was ill on that day.
Okay, we've heard it, right? That's anyways, if you missed last week's episode, go watch it because it is, different, but it's interesting. Now, something that did come up, right? Sexism.
Oh, yeah.
And all that bollocks. I'm not going to bore you guys.
Wait, no.
But, okay, wait. Go on.
I got called.
Hurry up.
A comment was, Theo spent an hour undressing HS Tiki Toki with his eyes.
Did you?
No, mate.
Because when we were filming, I didn't actually notice that you like fancied him, but did you? Like, because people were genuinely serious, brother. But people were serious in saying like, "Oh yeah, I think Theo might be bisexual."
I was like, "Where is that coming?"
And I'm like, "How are they judging? They don't know you as an individual, and they're judging from seeing how you look at this man, this gorgeous man, right?
Yeah.
That you like him in certain other ways. So, do you reckon you must be radiating? Because we've had thousands of comments.
One. Mate, so let me get this straight.
Yeah.
I sit in silence, staring at the wall the entire episode, and I get called a fucking loser and gay.
Yeah. Well, what's wrong with that?
No, nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. It's just like, where is it come from? I'll tell you where it's come from. One fucking dork has written a comment and thinking he's funny, and then all these little sheep, they go, "Oh, that's funny. Let's copy that."
It was funny.
Don't talk about the Wafflin Mafia like that.
It was a snowball effect, and I'm rattled.
Whoever started the quiet thing, mate, that was amazing.
Yeah, not because there was nothing for like half an hour. Then one comment about me being quiet. Next thing you know, every single comment is about Theo. Let me just read you another one, shall I?
Oh, okay.
He can't let it go.
Then, okay,
we were going to move on.
Yeah, we're trying to move on, but here he goes.
Also, this makes no fucking sense.
Go on then, lad.
Why is Theo sitting so far away? He looks shit scared.
No, I
was sitting next to Luke.
No, I think what it was is because I was like sitting here and you were sitting there and you were sort of cowering towards me.
You were cuddling yourself. So like, whip it up now, Tom. So there was this arm that the whole time you were. It was sort of like this, and I can understand how that may have come across.
Theo has been left to learn from his beta ways. Didn't even chirp in once.
Don't let it get to you.
No, it's got to me. And then there's one about you.
Go on.
Make me feel better, please.
Go on.
Joe is a crybaby, man. Always low-key complaining about his mates.
Yeah.
No, but that is a true statement.
Watching that back, right, you know, the comment that I made in the last episode where I'm trying to make the analogy, right, that back in cavemen times... no, legitimately, right? No, listen to me. Basically, back in cavemen times, this is 100% a legitimate fact. Basically, to be accepted within the group, right, we almost want our other pack members to be similar to us. And if they start changing or being different, it's like, take the piss or do something to make them stay on track as they are in the pack. Now, because I'm a fruity Don, and I use the example of being better looking, I'm not better looking than you, Theo, right? What I was saying is because I'm different and I do things differently sometimes, you guys take the piss. Where am I going with this? I don't know. But anyway, sorry.
Sounds like you're just trying to justify the fact that you said you were better looking than him.
Basically, Basically, it's the fact that Tiki Toki said something that I say all the time. Something about like, supporting your mates, because his mates like support them when him and they. Oh mate, I'm just waffling here, but basically, I love you as my friends, and I want to show you that I appreciate you.
I love you too.
Cheers, we've really, this is the last episode of this season, by the way. We're going to do one special in November and one in December for Christmas. But, when you look at what Wafflin has done for us, I love doing this sort of thing where, the people watching, I meet you in real life and you say how this helps you every Sunday, and it does for us as well. Having this place where we can come and express and laugh and joke and cry and do it all. But we have our friends and we can do it with you guys, the Wafflin Mafia. So let's never forget that and hit the like rating right now.
And wait, because I think that's actually a good segue into what we were going to talk about. Obviously, last episode, how we got a few complaints from some females saying that it was a very sexist episode. And we'll explain it, I guess we'll go into it. But we also want this to be, a nice space for male, female, whatever you identify.
Of course. We want this to be a space where we can all enjoy it. And I understand, last week's episode, we had a guest on, right? That, at the end of the day, we had him on, and some people may go, oh, why did you get someone that had those sort of views on? Now, this podcast isn't going to be like a sheltered cult where we only get people that think like us and are perfect. Now, the whole point is you get different types of people on because it creates It's more interesting.
Conversation as well.
It's conversation. Not everyone's the same. And I think nowadays, right, especially you see on social media, if people disagree, a fucking argument breaks out and it's like, you're a fucking piece of shit and this, that, and this, that. Like, at the end of the day, it's always been that people are different. And it's okay to disagree and have different views. And to get someone on like that, to hear, what is in the mind of an individual like that. And it sort of made sense because he called me out as well, didn't it?
Because I think people then also assume that, we get someone that has any sort of view on, and they instantly think, oh, we must agree with everything that they do, absolutely everything. And on the same sort of point, we're not necessarily there to make it feel really uncomfortable for him. He's a 20-year-old, 19-year-old?
He's 20 years old. I think it's where people obviously, there are certain things that realistically we disagree with that he obviously believes in. Now, obviously, like some people may be thinking we should be calling him out on it and go, right, that's it. You're wrong because of this. You're wrong because of that. But at the end of the day, as hosts, as interviewers, you're there to have a conversation. And if you just start having an argument and then that's it, he fucks off home and that's it. We ain't got an episode. So at the end of the day, hear what the geezer has to say. Yeah, we may not agree, but look, we're here to have a conversation. So there we go.
I think the overwhelming majority of the comments and stuff were positive feedback.
I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely do think, like I say, I disagree with like some of the things he does, but I think he presented himself as a very like down to earth young man that is just a kid.
He's a kid. I do. Yeah. There's definitely things like as in the way talking about certain things. Now, guys, a quick sponsorship message from our friends at Free Trade, the people that make investing simpler, easier, and more enjoyable. Isn't that right, Luke?
Yeah. Well, boys, we've spoken about investment opportunities on
Indeed
here before. You two are not impartial to a bit of spare cash. Now, if you are willing to set that cash aside, put it at risk, but potentially reap the rewards.
Make it do some work.
Something like Free Trade is a great starting point to invest in because the app is so clean, it's so simple, and we're actually offering you a free share if you sign up through our link.
Yeah, so here is your link. Basically, if you go to freetrade.io/wafflin, you will get given a free share worth up to £200. So good. All right, so make it do some work and I must disclaim, when you invest, your capital when your capital is at risk, when you invest, your capital is at risk, the value of investments go up as well as down, and you may receive back less than your original investment. So there you go. Link in the description. Back on with the show. But look, it is what it is. In other news, guess who signed his fucking record deal? Fuck off! Come on! We are the Polydor. Right, so I've signed...
We've actually got a picture of you since you signed it.
Fucking get it up now, Tom. Tom, get it up.
Here comes the vein.
Leave it up the old time. The rest of the podcast just have this up. Right, the sniper rifle. The Wellmeister.
He's done it.
Well, a gentleman Buxton Army member.
Oh, I'll never do that again.
Right,
have
basically...
you posted the pic?
Yes.
Did it bang? Did it bang?
90k likes, but, there's a lot of love in the comments. Not from you, though.
I sent it personally to you.
You didn't comment on the photo.
But we personally were like...
Oh,
I always think it's a lot...
Publicly ashamed to support your friend.
No, never that. Do you not think it's more of a personal touch when someone goes out of their way to message you personally?
Yeah, but we message privately all the time to really show that your support.
Also, it was more a case of fucking finally, mate. 6 weeks later.
No, to be fair, I was annoyed. He's ruined the long-running joke that we've had for the whole season.
And it's annoying because he'd done it just in time for the last episode, so we couldn't carry it over.
I was on the phone
to
them. Universal, I was like, we need to get this done before the season
Don't worry
ends.
about paying me, I'll just do it for
I'll just
free.
sign anything, trust me.
The boys won't leave me alone.
Wait, what have you signed?
That was Fuck yourselves, right? I signed a contract.
It was a real one, right?
No, it was. I'm signed, and I'm going to make a minimum of 4 songs with this label.
Any collabs can we expect?
Yeah, so we're basically currently in the process between now and this side of Christmas, back-to-back studio sessions.
Love it, brother.
So this is when, and it's quite surreal, because when you're in those sessions, you're literally our aim here is to make what the world, that's where we're going for, obviously the country to begin with, but the world will be enjoying next summer. Right? No, but isn't that mental? Like, as in the tunes that are going to be actually giving people good vibes, and when you're in a club and whatnot, That's what we're currently in the process of making. And it's interesting that summer songs, party songs like that, are often made in the winter.
I was going to say, so...
in a cold dungeon.
The summer songs are made at Christmas, and the Christmas songs are made in the summer.
Well, kind of, yeah, I guess. What
kind of dungeon?
Oh, mate, I didn't get to go in on the sex dungeon, did I? On the last episode.
We can get to there if you want to carry on talking about your record deal. Any more?
Oh, well, the record deal.
Yeah, like
it's gas.
We want to know who you're working with.
What?
He doesn't know yet.
Yeah. So basically,
who's your dream list?
Dream list. So, mate, they gave. By the way, as a present, they gave me a Mabel water bottle.
Why did they do that?
Wait, get it up on screen.
Why did they do that?
Because they've seen the podcast. They've seen that it's my.
Are you sure Mabel didn't send that to them to give to you?
That is what happened.
That's what he wants to think happened.
That is what happened.
Trust me, guys. It's
But look, listen. I want to work with them all, right? The first thing I say when I go into any studio session is like, we're going for the top of the charts here, like as in whatever it takes, okay? Whether it be I was going to try and tell a joke, but it wasn't that funny. Basically, bottom line is though, we're working hard, back-to-back sessions every week. Now, I'm in with people that I never thought would ever be possible, right? Because obviously I've always done the music stuff and the video stuff by myself, as you have. And as you have, kind of like, we've never really gone up to work with the proper pros in the game. And when I'm in the studio, right, and this is a bit of advice for everyone, right, no matter how big and fucking, reputation that someone's got, they are just a bare bum in the shower. We're all just bare bums in the shower, boy. We've all got big arses. No.
No one mentioned big arses, mate.
No, but what I'm saying is that, like, we're all just people at the end of the day.
It's true.
And if you just approach people honestly and realness, like when I'm talking about the stuff I want to make, I'm just talking from the heart, man. No, but it's true. I'm just talking from the heart, and you connect with people. Forget that they've made multiple number ones with legitimate, credible artists. YouTuber Well has come along.
Do they give you respect now?
Well, I think it's like...
Are you still earning the respect?
You get respect by how I believe you treat people. So obviously they know the numbers I've done in my career, and obviously that is you look at a lot of artists, mate, and they ain't touching the figures that we've done. No, but on social media it's true.
Yeah.
So you come with an element of like these, they're like fucking hell. How big record labels aren't able to reach the numbers that we're reaching, for example, and they've got millions and millions of pounds pumped into them. So you're coming with a level of respect, but. Obviously, yeah, musically, I like to think that they are, like, it's becoming apparent that I do have a musical talent as well as being a waste man.
That's cool. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, man.
When's your first song coming out?
So we're aiming for January.
That soon?
Yeah.
Are we having like a launch party?
Yeah, of course, mate. I'm going to Sonny Fodera's launch party for his album on Thursday. Do you know Sonny Fodera? You don't. But as in, like, I want to have a proper fuck-off party.
Yeah, good.
With all the boys.
And you should get Polydor to, is it Polydor?
Polydor, yeah.
You should get them to pay for the party.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
because it's part
big.
It's part of the promotion.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, right? So you sign a deal and they pay you for like the records in advance, an amount, but also then they're going to put like an amount of money behind like music videos, the promotional campaign, and all of that. And there's no limit on that. They can spend what they fucking want.
This party is also a very, very good place to network and invite different guests. So it's actually a work day.
Yeah, of course, mate.
I'll help on the organisation on the party as well.
Yeah?
Because I do enjoy a party.
Yeah, but you were just going to get everyone playing Piccolo.
Oi, that's a class game. Don't disrespect Piccolo.
You love Piccolo.
Piccolo's a quality game, mate.
Is that the game that we played in Ibiza when you were like round the table and you were just...
Don't know what you're talking about, personally. Well, anyways, what else? Anything?
Yeah, no, what happened? You mentioned something just before the record deal.
Yeah.
What was that?
What was the sex dungeon?
The sex dungeon!
No, we didn't actually get into.
Because we touched it a little bit in the last thing, and I'm sorry, but that's quite a rare thing to find yourself in a situation in.
Yeah, so...
Was it a hotel?
No, it's basically, I'm going to be fucking real. Right, so one of my brothers... He's one of the boys, just one of the lads. He hired it out. Instead of getting a hotel room, he was like, I'm just going to get this sex dungeon for us lads.
Just the lads?
Just the boys. Obviously, we ended up having a little get-together after the night out.
Well, yeah, you used the drill though, didn't you?
I didn't, okay. I'm not going to go into that detail, but the owner of said dungeon apparently... died in the dungeon, overdosing on drugs.
Okay.
And
his spirit lives on. Is that what you're telling me?
well, there was
You saw a light.
no, there wasn't. But it made me think: what if there's the spirit of? Because apparently, this individual would do the dominance. You know, the dominatrix. And as in, like, if you wanted, the service would be that, you know, you get chained up and you get whipped and sort of like you're, you know, kicked in wherever you'd like and stuff like that.
Do people like that?
Yeah, mate, no, there's definitely people. Can I ask, is there any wafflers over the age of 18 that are into that sort of punishment
And it's
area?
DM Joe.
No, don't fucking DM me. But it just got me thinking, because I was so scared, mate, being in that dungeon. It's proper hardcore. Fuck me.
So you didn't do anything in the dungeon with your buddies? Because you did message us saying just
No.
use the drill dough.
No. Just use the drill. No. I'm not going to go into detail. Obviously, we did have a little afters with girls.
And it was put to use.
No, we didn't use a drill dough. I can't really say too much.
Oh, really?
Why?
But, well, because I've got a fucking legacy.
Or sign one record label deal. I think he's got a legacy.
No. Basically, there was only one bedroom. One of my mates went to sleep and was in the bed, and then I'm here.
No, but boys,
I'm here with a, you know.
I had this once, a similar.
Well, when you shagged someone and there was someone else in the bed.
They were asleep under the bed, and then the next
under the bed of a fucking boogie monster.
And then
what? Who?
And then the night after, like, he met with me and he was like, "Oh, was X right last night? I heard she was crying."
Crying? You made her cry?
No, mate.
She wasn't crying.
What was she doing? Moaning.
And he thought she was crying.
So, like, we've all done it where people have been in the room.
Yeah, so how do you feel? Because I've realised that I can perform fucking anywhere. No. I'm sounding quite, who gives a fuck? Listen, what I'm saying is that do you reckon, like, Wafflin Mafia, over the age of 18, that you could have sex in front of people?
Depends on who.
As in, with other people. If like, there was other people in the room... Could you
like
focus? Yeah, because you need to focus. But if like, so in the sex...
Not with you in the room.
In the sex dungeon.
You'd be like...
You just hear him in the corner.
No, listen. In the sex dungeon, there was mirrors on the ceiling.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with that.
So I'm fucking... Oh.
Literally.
You're looking at the ceiling whilst hugging.
And then you can see your brother's eyes.
No.
And it's sort of like, oh, God.
Wait, could you see his eyes fixed on you?
Who's sort of just laughing.
Just staring.
No, it's dodgy, mate. It's pretty fucked. I can't believe
other.
we put this out. Like, this is actually fucked.
It's the last episode, though.
This is actually embarrassing. Switch off now, everyone. Switch off. This is going to get embarrassing.
I wouldn't be able to do it knowing someone was watching. For sure. I wouldn't be able to. I would not be able to perform.
Would you be able to, Malfoy?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
No, you...
When you get in the... Because you're not fine, like, when you get in the moment, like, everything's out the window, you're just like, I don't care.
Well, yeah, laser focus, just sort of like...
But I could not...
But you say...
But not you.
Yeah, but
because you'd make it...
Yeah, but
you'd be like...
You get uncomfortable around me.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
Well, you're saying you can't perform in front of me, so that means you must.
No, I wouldn't want to have sex in front of you because I don't know what you'd...
Why would you do it in front of Luke, then?
Never said...
HS Diggy Doggy? Go on.
No, because I feel like you'd start like, trying to make eye contact with me.
Yeah, no, you
would.
Yeah, you would try to do it and be like...
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, in your head it's funny.
Yeah,
but like, if you're having sex with someone...
Yeah, but surely as the alpha that you are, you could fucking see past that and just get to business.
Because you're very good at going like, really weird and just like taking it too far.
I don't know what you're talking about,
exactly. And then you start like coming over.
What, so Dr. Smith?
Yeah. Yeah, you'd take it too far.
Now, guys! Quick sponsorship message from our friends at Beer52, who are giving away to you 8 cans of bespoke, unique beer for free.
Oh, mate, they are fucking class. I absolutely love them. They're individual beers, not the same. It keeps it spicy. It keeps it unique. And not only that, freshers, get them. £5, basically a £5, okay, for 8 beers. And not only that, you think, oh, freshers is over. Don't worry. Christmas is coming up and it's the perfect present for anyone.
Yeah, including yourself, if you just want to treat yourself to 8 cans of exotic beers.
Trust me, I will.
Exactly. Now, that £5 you mentioned is the $5.95 postage, which you'll need to pay to get these beers, but the beer themselves are free.
Mate, so and you get snacks.
You get snacks, you get a magazine as well. So go to beer52.com/wafflin and get yours now. Link is in the description. Back on with the show.
Boys, I actually read something that I thought might be of interest. Let me try and find it. But yeah. All right, so it was on Lad Bible.
Okay.
But it was about a TikTok that went viral.
All right.
And it got a bit of
traction. Continue, yeah.
Basically, it was this woman sharing a theory that, like, we never really die. Consciousness never ends. So basically, what happens is when you do die, you never actually die. You just switch to an alternate universe where you didn't die.
So you believe in that, but I'll whip out some crystals. I whip out the crystals and you're like,
I never said I believe in it. I just...
So you're a hardcore fan of this.
But like, do you... Like,
so it's like reincarnation?
But no, because reincarnation is like you do die and you come back as like an ant. So
you're just switching over to a different universe?
This is saying
I could get behind that.
No, but this is what I'm saying, right? Listen to this, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, right? Yeah. There is no scientific logic to prove consciousness.
Exists.
But it does exist. See where I'm going with this, Malfoy?
Oh, fuck off.
Same thing with the crystals. So, the gravity is the theory of gravity. It's a theory, not fucking proven.
Yeah, but if you drop something, it falls to the floor.
Yeah, that's all they know.
If I hold this crystal...
Yeah, how do you know what it's doing? You do realise that they've analysed the crystals. There is actually scientific evidence if you could fucking pull your finger out and have a look,
mate,
lad.
You gave me the crystal and I didn't get a boner.
You have been taking Viagra recently, though. He told us off camera.
Good segue.
Right?
Okay, I've tried Viagra.
Multiple times, you said.
Twice.
You call it a bluey.
You call it a bluey.
Okay, I call it a bluey. But
why you
on the topic of
fucking hot in here, isn't it?
Lying to the audience, obviously.
Lying.
Oh god.
Well, that's what you were just accusing Malfoy of doing.
Oh god, I'm about to get dug out.
You're a prick.
Well, obviously, a couple of weeks ago, where everyone was saying, you know, oh Joe, you're being such a bitch and crying and sort of all that. You know the episode.
You know.
You obviously in that episode you got quite annoyed when Malfoy brought up about you purchasing OnlyFans. And you're like, I've never done that.
I got so rattled. So rattled.
Yeah, but a couple of days after that episode came out, I get an email to ask Joe Theo's saying, Wafflecopter, your membership has expired.
It's expired because I didn't renew it.
You didn't.
Yeah, but you said you'd only signed up to one person. This wasn't a girl that went to our school.
This was a year.
Yeah, but it was expired.
Yeah, it just expired.
It just expired.
Yeah, because it was
You
like
just cancelled it.
It was a 6-month hedge. I hedged the account for 6 months, so it's just expired, mate. So all you've proven there is that I was correct. It's all expired.
That happened last week, mate. We had this chat 3 weeks ago.
Wait, do you know what's so funny though? How people can get rattled. And the biggest thing, right, that you should aim to keep is your cool. Because when people have you rattled, that's when you come across like a little pussy bitch. And I hate watching Wafflin back when I see that I've gotten triggered. It's the worst feeling. So don't let anyone take your cool, man.
You triggered me just now.
Did I?
I got triggered at the beginning of this podcast by these fucking little virgin comments. The majority of the comments on the fan base I love and they're really supportive. It's just some of these really, really got under my skin.
But at the same point, those comments, the ones where you are taking like nice digs at us, are like funny.
Yeah,
if it's like, oh, you free of fucking shit, you pair of cunts or trio of cunts.
Do you know? No, the annoying ones are the ones that are like, that's actually quite true.
Well, when you read
when you can read it and you're like, oh, they've actually nailed it there. Like, you know, HS Tiki Toki is everything Joe Weller thinks he is.
That one did get to you, didn't it? Because
it was like, well, no, it was true in the sense of the undoubted confidence. Because realistically, I am a bit of a roller coaster confidence-wise. I'm either a fucking arrogant sod or I'm so like self-doubtful and all of that, but I'm a very emotional man. But what comes with that is sparks of creativity and brilliance. Rather than just being like monotone all the time because you don't ever change because you're blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? So I'd rather be a bit emotional and all over the gaff.
What are you trying to say?
You trying to say HS Tiki Tokis are...
HS Tiki Toki is a great guy, but obviously very in one state. And I'd rather, personally, rather than going, okay, I really admire his confidence and I want that, I'd like to appreciate my ups and downs, because that actually makes me a little bit more
Makes you.
expressive.
Speaking of TikTokers, on your Sex Dungeon night out, I believe you met our favourite TikToker.
Oh, just did. So Jack Joseph.
Oh, honestly.
Adiola want to roll with the geezer.
Wahali, brother.
He is, mate, the first thing he does is go, Wahali. And he does this with his hands, right? So get his TikTok up now, Tom.
Hey, yo, Wagwan, babe. What are you saying, you absolute langers? What are you doing? Strumming yourself? Jeez. Oh, I just want to lips you right here, good and proper and shit. You still going to let me scran that pum-pum tonight? Or, yeah, you better. I'll be vexed if you don't, love, yeah? All right, see you later, love. Bye. Slag. Well, Harley, mate, it's a Mazza. You already know that. My slime. Just my plug on the phone. My plug from Minge. My side ting. I think she only rhymes with the man then, though, because I got gums, fresh gums, dripping in this shit. It is stolen, to be fair. I steal everything I own. I love it. I'm not even shook about it. Who's going to stop me? What the fucking feds? I don't give a shit. Fucking... Oh, do you steal anything you own, or...?
Basically, he comes up to me and goes, I met you a few years ago. Do you remember me? No. But he was such a sound geezer, and it was like, I love your stuff. And he was like, I love your stuff. And then we kissed.
What?
No, but it was just really nice moment.
Each other's moments.
Yeah, you know when you meet someone, well, I don't know, from the creative world, and there's that mutual respect for like, mate, I love what you do, and then you're like, oh, no, I love what you do, and it's just sort of like, yeah.
Honestly, the video you sent in the chat, I've watched so many times.
Yeah,
you can see him. You can see
get it up
him.
now, Tom.
You can see him at one point when he goes into the character.
Yeah,
you can see his eyes change, and you're like, well, Harley.
Adiola want to roll with a fucking geezer. We're Harley, bro. Fucking Harley.
yeah.
He's got a career in acting.
Yeah, definitely. And I think...
Good looking bloke as well.
Oh. No one asked that, Bev.
No one said you kissed.
We are fruity, aren't we? No, but that's why it's good, because we have this chemistry where we can be vulnerable with one another. Anyways, what's next?
Have we discussed the thoughts for the November special? Because we had the idea.
Okay, so guys, let us know what you think. A few episodes ago, we had the conception of getting a hypnotherapist in, right? That's going to basically see if they can unlock that spiritual world, sort of make us really come out of ourselves. And I believe we've been DM'd by someone. So for the November special,
by a few.
The thing is, I think it would be good to do like a November special where it's just us boys, but then also do one where we get this hypnotherapist on. And I would like to know, can they make, like, if you were like, okay, make Theo act like a massive, ginormous fucking Star Wars fan, would he start doing that? Or how does hypnotherapy work? Have any of you listening or watching been hypnotised? Let us know what it's like.
I genuinely think you can do stuff like have you ever watched Darren Brown?
Yeah.
Like,
I think crazy.
We used him as an example a couple of weeks ago. Like, you can literally make people like forget their own name and shit.
But like, more than that, thing.
Because wouldn't you be scared? Like, what if you stay like that and you're just forever a Star Wars nerd? Not that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that'd be terrifying.
That would be fucking terrifying.
You just react to it.
It is what it is. Now, going into winter, obviously a lot of people are getting boyfriends and girlfriends for Christmas. Right, we see it happen. Now, I'd like to see what you think about this, because obviously, are we meant to only activate someone's love emotion with the intention of staying there? Or do you believe that people actually use people for their emotional connection and then drop them when they've finished with them?
Oh, that's horrible.
Like, because, we see it a lot. For Christmas, when it's cold and people want presents and comfort, they get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and the second that it's getting sunny again and they decide, I don't really, I'm on to something else now, they drop them.
That's horrible.
No, but
that's nasty.
Have you never heard of like relationship deadline day?
What's that?
It's
like a transfer deadline.
It's like a day like in the build up towards Christmas where like that's sort of the said day that you have to do the breakup. Otherwise you have to stay with them throughout Christmas into the new year.
That's so nasty though. Like, surely you're with someone because you like them and then you just see what happens.
Yeah, but people get these.
You don't like plan on like breaking up or
no, you don't not have plan, but as in like I think it's only retrospectively that you could look at it and go, oh yeah, I used that person for
comfort,
love and comfort and connection, because people don't only get used for sexual things; they can get used for cuddles. They could get used for those intimate moments when they're sat on the sofa like you and your girl.
No, I'm not going to lie, boys. I can take myself back to like 17-year-old me, and I definitely did that, where I was definitely only seeing certain girls because I was like trying to fill a void. Like, I feel like you must have done that before.
Do you not think that's different though when you're different ages? Like when you're younger, you're a little bit more inexperienced and you don't really know what you're doing. Whereas if you're older, you wouldn't really get into a relationship if you thought it wouldn't go somewhere.
But young or old, sometimes you still feel the same emotions, and like if you haven't necessarily dealt with it when you were younger, you might not necessarily be thinking that that's what you're doing. I would only know now because I've previously done it.
Yeah. There's probably a lot of people in that scenario, age like 17, 18, that are probably just like, shit. Then in like 6 months' time, they'll be like, shit.
Yes, that may be a thing. Now, would you say you're addicted to gambling?
What?
Right, because there was that documentary recently where Paul Merson, right, addicted to gambling. And obviously, I resonated with that in senses, not gambling, but how there are other things that activate that part of the brain, that dopamine hit. Like, it could be love, sex, food, drugs.
Cigarettes.
Gambling.
Cocaine.
And it made me think, like, fucking hell, like, a lot of our mates, I gamble a lot. I mean, Luke does it a lot. Luke, you watching now, do you gamble a lot? Do you find, is there anyone that's a gambling addict? Because I'd love to get into that sort of brain. The rule, and hear more about it.
The rule to get into the boys group chat was you have to place a $5 ACCA every week.
Yeah, you have to gamble in order to be accepted into the group chat.
I'm not doing that. And fine, if you don't want me in that fucking group, I won't be there. They still added me because I put my foot down. I said,
no, you got added because someone added Joe, and then the rest of the group felt guilty, so you sort of got in.
Yeah, that is true.
But didn't place a bet.
I will. That chat did actually start as like the betting chat, so we talk about like accumulators and a $5 a week. Look, I think gambling it's a fun activity, granted you stay within your means and you're not chasing losses. You're happy to lose the money that you're gambling. A $5 a week is not a problem unless you earn £20 a month. Do you know what I mean?
I personally actually don't enjoy it.
You don't enjoy gambling?
No, I don't at all.
I swear you love the casino.
I swear you fucking love it.
I like going to the casino and like putting like a little bit on red and being like, this what happens. But the feeling of losing, but very rarely. But the feeling of losing that money is just like, you walk away and you're just like, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, but this
do you know what I mean?
This is the thing. I think if you plan to lose it, and this is the difference between like, you know, if you're going to the casino with £250 that you can't afford to lose, and you're thinking, I'm going to turn this into £1,000 tonight, then you've got sort of a problem. If you're going for the enjoyment side of it, where you're like, I'm happy to lose this £250 for a fun night, like I'm going to be playing blackjack, roulette or whatever, you know, I can afford to lose this money. Yeah. I'm going to have fun with my mates. We're all here dressed up, blah, blah. Then I think it's fine. But, you know, obviously, like, it can be so dangerous.
They always say when you go to Vegas, you should withdraw the cash before you go there. And however much you withdraw, you should think in your brain, that's gone. No, but it's gone. Think of it as it's gone.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Because Paul Merson apparently lost £7 million. And there are people that, like, you know, they get into that where they're chasing the loss, put the house on the line.
I'm pretty sure David James has had to sell his like trophies at some point.
Shit.
Yeah, like there's a lot of players, ex-players, who don't know how to... Like, think about, with footballers, they go from nothing, majority of time, to millionaires within like weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like, how are you supposed to be prepared to deal with that? Similar to like Love Island, like, it's almost overnight.
Yeah, but the gambling thing, it's like a lot of them don't even get the thrill from winning. It's the placing the bet. It's the placing the risk. It's even just like seeing, because they did a brain scan on him, and even just seeing images of betting fired up his brain.
Really?
Yeah. And it's just sort of like, fuck, that's I just found it quite mental.
And also as a footballer as well. So say you get paid 50 grand a week. You'd be like, I'm going to put 50 grand on red. Doesn't matter if I lose it because I get another one next week. And that's how you just keep going, and it snowballs into like something which gets out of control. And once you're out of control,
and that's the thing. It's like what I was saying to you in the car. It's like it probably got to a point for Paul Merson where he's like £3.5 million down, and he was like, "Shit, I've got to make that money back. The only way for me to make that money back is to start gambling more money."
Mental.
And that's what you say, like, you know, go somewhere, set your limits, because these gambling companies, I mean, they don't really care about the
Oh, mate, that's the thing. It's the way they have all the data to analyse what you're actually like, what sort of profile you are. If you're someone that's susceptible to a gambling issue, or you how much money you have, they can see so much detail that like you would never have thought, and then they can choose how they advertise to you to draw you in. So they put out the politically correct, like, oh yeah, safe betting and all of that. Seriously, they're fucking targeting you to get you locked in. And to like oh mate, it's fucked how that can even be legal. I find it mental. Even and I bet in other industries that kill you, like when it says smoking kills on the cigarettes, I bet they're trying to target those people that have got.
That's only because it was made mandatory by the government that they had to do that stuff, and they had to take all the the fancy labelling off because they had to. The government were like, you need to stop making them look appealing. Do
you know what's interesting, right? Another little, well, not conspiracy, but ideology is like, how immoral could it get if there was no law? Like, to make money, right? Because people in business, you've got to be a cold-hearted bastard. You do,
yeah,
brother.
No, you do.
You've got to not give a fuck.
Yeah,
because the ultimate thing is making money, right? Morals out the window. And you have to dance around the government law to earn as much money as possible. If there was no government law, do you reckon that people would literally...
Mate, if there was no law, it'd be fucking World War V.
Well, if you look at, like, say, like the Saudi Arabia takeover, right? Yeah, what about 3 and 4? Well, listen, like the Saudi Arabian takeover of Newcastle, a lot of people are like, well, because obviously out there it's probably, well, I would have thought, I haven't done my research, but somewhat corrupt, and people get killed.
Well, can we, shall I just, it's on that, just so we're not like making like false accusations. I think the thing is, it's the whole human rights issues where freedom of speech and the rights of women and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So the laws are a bit dodgy, and it gets exploited to where they just do get away with killing people for the sake of business and agendas.
Get away with murder.
Get away with murder, literally. Get away with being non-inhumane for the sake of, because they have more money. Business is prevailing, and it's like, fuck, we live in a dodgy world.
Well, mate, just look at the Russians.
What?
Do you remember in Icarus, the documentary Icarus?
What about cycling?
The cycling. They uncovered the entire doping thing for
we
Russia.
We talked about that, didn't we?
But it relates into it. Like they got people killed.
Really?
Yeah, they got people killed from
That's the thing. How much do you reckon?
To poison them.
Like on a level, even say enough. I don't want to make accusations, but certain royal families or certain governments, certain people of power. How common do you reckon it is that people get killed to keep things?
Man, I'm not one for conspiracies, as you know, but this one I'm like James Bond. I reckon is more realistic than we think. Like that sort of shit goes on more than often than we think.
Yeah, I reckon it's
fucking
more
drifting motorbikes around bloody shopping centres.
Just like undercover shit, I reckon happens a lot more than we think. Like there are so many. I reckon MI5, all those sort of people, like they stop so much that we just don't know about.
You got to remember, like a spy is a real job.
Yeah,
like they are real things.
There are actually double O's in the world.
Shit. So how many times do you reckon you've, like when you walk down the street from here to the other side of London, how many times is your face registered and recognised and put into a database?
So many.
Like how fucking mental is that? And you could live like in a way that, oh yeah, I don't want to get seen and I just want to hide from it, but then you won't live a life. Mm-hmm. And that's the bonkers thing about it. It's like we are actually far more wrapped up in the control than we think. We think we have freedom. We have no freedom.
Even just the crazy shit, like you talk about eating chips. What? And then like on Instagram you get a chip advert.
Oh yeah, mate, I said you know what I said about your finance on your Tesla?
Yeah.
Boom, had a finance
What the
advert.
fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, we're getting when you press accept on those terms and conditions, which are purposely really, really, really long with really small writing that none of us can be bothered to read. What is actually in those? Mate, what if it says like, yeah, we can spy on you 24/7?
Yeah, but it's because that's where the money is now. Like remember, the most valuable asset in the world is data.
Oh, data.
The data.
No, that is actually true.
So all these companies are doing is just collecting everything.
That's why you don't see many World War III or IV's popping up every day because it's now.
What are you going on about?
Now it's all cyber attacks.
Cyber attack?
Cyber attacks.
Now, guys, a sponsorship message from our friends at ExpressVPN. Now, if you like travelling around, like Malfoy, like myself, don't know about Luke, but basically, you want to access websites that are only available in certain countries. Right? You know, for example, going away from England and wanting to still watch English TV or watch American TV while you're in England, for example. Well, ExpressVPN is the perfect platform for you because they keep you anonymous. So say you're watching something, I don't know, that you want to keep private, no one will find out. Keep it, don't be dodgy.
Yeah, because I want to say, this isn't just for abroad. You can use these at all time to, you know, just keep yourself protected at all times when you're surfing the web at home.
Yeah, I mean, we know about data and how, you know, companies are accessing that and watching everything you do. This is a great way to stay secure.
I will say, when I cycled to Paris, I used ExpressVPN using Wafflin to watch Match of the Day.
Oh, well, that is so good. So our offer to you is by going to expressvpn.com/wafflin. That's expressvpn.com/wafflin. You get an extra 3 months for free.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can use it on all your devices. Just go to expressvpn.com/wafflin and you can use it on all your devices electronically. I mean, it's so good. So link is in the description. Back on with the show.
No, for example, there's been one with Twitch recently. It's got everyone's earnings got exposed and everyone's passwords. Everyone wants your passwords and your email addresses.
How much they earn?
Yeah.
What is it, bank?
And the rest.
Oh, this is just from Twitch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who was at the top
But
earner,
it was
like 9 mil?
It was quite weird that like people were confused by this and were like, how dare they? I was like, they've got 40,000 subs on Twitch. Like, do the maths. It's very simple.
Yeah, it's like you fucking watch them.
Yeah, you literally are a sub to them and you pay them £5 a month and there's 40,000 of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, it just blows my mind. It's just quite funny, isn't it?
I'm drawing it back a little bit, going back to like the gambling thing, because that's sort of how we got here. Would you take a brand deal for a gambling?
Yep. So
I mean, probably.
Brand.
Yes.
Like, it is difficult because on one hand, I am very like, you know, you don't want to expose the individuals that may be susceptible to that sort of stuff. But if it's one of those things where like the game's the game,
if they pay,
and it's like you're operating a business, you need if it makes sense for your business to promote a betting company, you know, can you be responsible for the people that view that? I don't know. There's that thing. It's like, for example, people that have an audience didn't choose to have an audience, but they have a lot of people paying attention to them. Is that audience now your responsibility to make sure that you are a good influence to those? Or is it like, fuck, I don't choose to be a role model. I'm my own person. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Which is, for example, what, say, HS Tiki Toki does. It's what Stone Cold Steve Austin used to do. And Mike Tyson. But then you look at maybe Anthony Joshua, he takes more of the role of like, no, I have a responsibility here with my audience.
I do think you
It's
should.
difficult.
I do honestly think you should have. I think people should see they have a responsibility because even if they didn't plan on being in that situation, there are so many people that look up to them that you want to try and set a
But imagine,
good example.
but then you get into that thing of where you're like pleasing others, or you know, for the sake of not being authentic to yourself.
No, be authentic.
But what if through being authentic, that is you being a bit blasé, and if you know your business, for example, taking it back to the betting, if my business I operate, it makes the highest paying company that I can work with, for example, maybe a betting company, I need to fucking look after myself and secure my future.
But I also think promoting a betting company isn't a bad thing anyway, because if you can promote a betting company, like Luke said, like a lot of people bet for the enjoyment. Like I will go and play poker or whatever, or roulette for fun, but I would never take it that next step. I know some people can't help themselves because maybe they have a gambling problem, but for the large majority of people, it is a fun thing to do.
And then, at the same point, what you're saying, with those people that can't help themselves, is that, if we were to, like, promote a gambling company, would that be our responsibility? You know, as in, you know, is that then our fault because we're putting it out there? Is it our fault that they've then seen that and they're hopping on?
It's personal morals. For some people in their heart, they maybe have someone in the family affected by gambling, and that may have got to them. Or you know, your actual morals of like, I know this is not like gambling is not a good thing. I'm doing this purely for the money. There's other ways to make money. I can make money without promoting this thing, but it's the same way with alcohol.
That's
Promoting
exactly the same,
alcohol.
exactly the
I've
same.
worked with beer brands, for example.
We work with
and,
beer brands.
Yeah, we do. And there's alcoholics out there. So, you know, you can't be responsible for everyone.
And vodka brands will send you drinks and you put it on the story and they've spelled your name wrong. And like, you're still going to say thank you to them and someone will see that.
Get it up now. We'll get a photo of it. So AU Vodka, they send me and Malfoy nice free bevs.
Yeah, and they're class, by the way.
And they've spelt Theo's name like this.
Theo Barker.
Theo Barker.
The worst thing is I've got a bottle with my name on that says Theo Baker, and then this one goes Theo Barker. And that's not the first time that's happened. Wembley Cup 2, they announced me as Theo Barker. Everything was Theo Barker.
That's right, Theo Barker. So everyone now,
Teddy Barker.
make sure you call him either Teddy or Theo Barker.
Horrendous.
Legitimate Buxton Army member #1.
You're
phenomenal.
I did get called Teddy the other day in person, by the way.
By who?
Just a random, that was, yeah.
How did it feel?
I was like, hey.
Did you know he was talking to you?
Okay,
was
so
he like,
this-
Teddy?
Yeah.
Liz, I just want to ask, guys, right? If you've ever dated someone before, like when you're first getting to be seen in public with them, how is that? Because for some people, it could be difficult, right? As in, the concept of being seen, is it an invasion of privacy? And then when you're in the public eye, when it's almost like you're actively, like on this podcast, for example, making it clear that you don't want the world to know this individual. Is it awkward? Is it invasive? Is it aggressive? When people, fans of yours, see you and your
So are you talking to me or in general?
newly dating girlfriend, because so obviously people not in the public eye may be like, oh, I don't want people to see. I don't want to be seen holding hands. I don't want to be seen with my new partner. But obviously being in the public eye must be really stressful. So like, how you went to Tully's Farm recently?
Hang about. I thought you started off this conversation in general and then you've ended it by pointing directly at me.
Well, you're quite a good example here because you had a fairly...
I'm trying to bring up conversation, mate. Right,
But you had a fairly high profile in the YouTube space relationship. Everyone knew you.
I think in person,
And now
like
you're going
it
to
is
this
what it
new
is. Like I know people who have girlfriends that are not public or partners that are not public, and in person, like, what are you gonna do? Just fucking walk around with a bag on your head? Like, no. You just want to live. Like, you can't. You're not gonna be happy if you just live a sheltered life.
Are we ever going to be able to meet her?
Yeah, when I asked him, right? I want.
Go on.
I
You
want
don't
us
want
to
her
go
to
on
meet
a,
me.
No, it's not.
He might.
We're on camera here.
Do you reckon
What?
you could steal her?
We are.
Why are you asking such a disgusting thing?
What is wrong?
Fucking
Honestly, what is wrong with you guys?
awful human being.
What is wrong with you guys?
Well,
Come on.
no.
No, because
Can we ever meet her
Of course.
tomorrow?
Your buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Your party you're gonna host for us.
What, in fucking January?
Surely we can meet her before.
Wait, why are you hosting a party in January?
What, for my launch party? What are you talking about? The Halloween party I'm having in? I'm going to do a headmaster theme.
Where are you having a Halloween party?
I'm not going to really.
Well, does Luke know about the Halloween party?
Yeah, so he's going to be my little sex slave. But no.
Wait.
No, anyways,
Wait,
ask
what-
me the question.
No, what's this Halloween party you're having with
I'm not having a Halloween party. I might do.
Huh.
I've got a bit of a tradition with some people that live near me. They came... Anyways.
Where he's the headmaster and they're...
And then the students.
No. It's just a bit of role play.
Wait. Did you have a Halloween party last year?
Yeah. At my house.
Oh.
They were in my bubble.
No, it wasn't lockdown last
Oh,
time.
okay. What do you want?
Where was my invite?
You lived in London. You would... Mate, I used to invite you to so many parties, but this is before you were confident. No, this is... No,
No,
this...
in fairness, I can back him.
Yeah, do you remember I used to be like, oh, because we'd film, and I'd be like, mate, me and Elliot are having a party after this DJ party, stay. And you were like, no, it's not my thing. Now you're a fucking
In
baghead.
fairness,
Didn't mean
he
it.
had a girlfriend as well at the time.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You can come and enjoy the vibes.
Did you only break up this year?
Oh, well, enough of the breakups.
Yeah, no, but I'm just thinking like...
You know what?
Time has gone really quick.
I knew this was going to happen this episode.
What?
I knew as soon as you two got a fucking lift together this morning, I was like, them two are going to gang up on me this episode.
Well, we're not
and
ganging
I'm
up.
going to be the brunt of the
No,
episode.
you're not the brunt.
Yeah, this
you're,
episode I am.
No, you're big man. No, you are. No, but you are.
All I've had this episode is slander and embarrassment. That's all I've had this episode, and I'm sweating. Unlocked.
Salutations! My friends, we have one more sponsorship message from our friends at Stitch Fix. Now, if you struggle to dress yourself
Why do you always look at me when you say
in a way that makes you feel confident and proud, very proud, well, we may be here to help because Stitch Fix will take your lead on this. Allow you to fill out a questionnaire about yourself, let them know who you really are, and then create a package of quality clothing that they think will suit you well. Okay?
A fix.
A fix is what they call it. And we're here to give you 20% off of your fix. If you keep the entire package, that is what you'll get if you go to stitchfix.co.uk/wafflin. 20% off.
And I'll tell you what, it can seem like a daunting task, but this questionnaire is very simple.
Yeah.
You also see like different selections that they have. So if you actually like something, you can email your like personal dresser and be like, I actually really like this. Could we sort this out?
It's a phenomenal creation. So stitchfix.co.uk/wafflin and get your 20% off. Pack on with the show. Come on.
Yeah, anyways, where the fuck is this party you're hosting?
Mate, I want to have more parties. If
You're allowed
anyone's
parties here?
Yeah, mate. So the concierge, right? They asked 2 days into living here, they asked me to DJ a party here that was in someone's apartment for 30 people. I was like, how the fuck's that allowed?
I thought you were gonna say
Mate, there's no
30.
restriction. What do you mean, how's that allowed? There's no restrictions.
Yes, but it's fucking. If I'm DJing, it's gonna fucking go off, mate. The whole fucking building will crumble down.
Then I'll be shaking after I finish DJing as well.
Listen, no, it will go off. I'm actually a good DJ, mate.
Have you made this building shake yet?
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah,
I
he's
sent you the Snapchat.
Said he's got cracks in the ceiling or something.
Mate, we covered this when I first moved in. It was leaking.
It was leaking.
But speaking of double dates, you did say we were all gonna go and watch Liverpool together at Anfield.
Basically, we went to this NFL pitch day, and it was really fun. They were actually very impressed by my kicking ability. They said you could be a kicker in the NFL, and I was actually slightly better than the actual kicker.
Was that embarrassing?
No,
for them?
he actually was.
When you were like, I'm better than you. Trains.
No, he
week in, week out.
he was very good. But
Yeah, but you were better.
It was my first time.
Yeah, no, you were good, like really good.
Also did it with my left foot, but who's counting?
You know,
Well,
both footed. He could do it with either foot.
For once, he's actually telling the truth.
No, it is true.
Did a 45-yard field goal,
That's a good one, brother.
and someone in the NFL did a 53-yard field goal the other day. So you could say I am.
Now, was it not 69?
No, that's the world record or something.
Yeah, and that was in the NFL like the other
Yeah, but
week
what I'm saying
to
is,
win it.
This is my first time, and I'm already at NFL pro standard.
Yeah, no, it was.
No, that is really good. But this is where, like, are you going to pursue it or just boast about it on a podcast?
Boast about on a podcast because I couldn't walk the next day. Like my leg was fucked. I could not walk.
Right.
But we also tried catching the ball from the top of the stadium. Don't know if you saw that.
No.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I didn't see
Anyway,
it.
what was I
got
saying?
Told
Oh, yeah.
to you. Told
Yeah,
about
We're
Yeah,
it.
talking
but-
about going up to Anfield.
He found out I could get him tickets to Liverpool, basically, and he started making up an exciting thing.
No, but you know, right? You know, Theo always does this thing. He's got his Nike links, and he always puts in the chat just like, "Oh, Joe, do you want a new pair of boots? Oh, Joe, do you want the new Chelsea top?"
No, that's not what happened. No,
Sorry,
I'm sorry. No, that's not what happens, though.
Alright.
Don't give me that shit. What happens is, I get asked saying, "Oh, would Joe like this?" Because they know he's a Chelsea fan. You, Luke,
What? Go on.
didn't do YouTube at that time. Now now it's changed.
So can I have a Liverpool top
Okay,
and some boots?
I've given you a Liverpool top before and boots, multiple pairs of boots.
No, you
Right.
haven't.
Right.
You don't owe him anything.
I don't. He's getting.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm taking
Yeah.
to fucking Dubai tomorrow or Thursday.
Yeah, no, this
A
is
free
where,
trip
this
to
is where
Dubai.
he's got you.
And I've taken him to Abu
Wait,
Dhabi.
don't-
I've taken him all around the fucking world.
You have.
So have you.
No, I know.
We've taken this man around the world.
Yeah, but we do exploit him for like free work. He gets a trip.
I'm sorry for giving you an all expensive free
All
trip.
expensive.
All expenses paid. Free trip to Dubai.
Right, but I just want to say, right,
Sorry.
who created Nueva Films?
That's what my YouTube channel was called right at the beginning.
The reason that channel was created was because me and Weller came together to write this short film, Infiltration. Now, obviously, you've ridden off the back of him for your whole career. But if Weller...
That's just not true, though, is it?
No, well done, mate. If Weller had never started...
Enjoy being on Wafflin.
Fucking on
Waffling.
Whiffling! If Weller had never started YouTube, which essentially, we brought the channel together. You would have never started YouTube.
KSI never started
We'd
YouTube.
never be
no
here.
one would be here.
So,
If we never did boxing,
really, if
Mayweather
you
would
take
be
me out
poor.
of the equation,
poor.
Yeah, like everything has an effect. At the end of the day, it's about how you take the opportunity.
Yeah.
Many have been presented an opportunity to utilise the YouTube thing and they haven't taken it. Theo's run with it and smashed it. So we have to actually take our hat off to him and stop putting him down.
Yeah. And also, I think you'll find, Lukey, when I do get cool opportunities, and I don't get me wrong, I think I get very cool opportunities quite regular.
Yeah.
I always look at taking a buddy of mine every single time.
It is mostly you.
No, I've taken
no.
Ollie Saunders.
no, it is.
Dan, I took you to Norway.
Yeah.
And me, to both of us.
And I need
No,
a
I am
cameraman.
joking. I am joking about the YouTube thing. Obviously,
Only
I know,
quite
I know
ungrateful,
you've,
if I'm being
I know
honest,
you've
mate.
put in hard work to get where you are.
Oh, that sounds sarky.
That wasn't sarcastic. I'm
Whoa,
being.
fuck it up. This is what I'm talking about.
I'm
This
being
episode,
100%.
You've attacked me this episode, and everyone's now seeing in the last episode of the season, they're seeing Luke's a tosser.
I'm being 100% serious. I think you've had to work obviously a lot harder than a lot of people to get where you are.
I tell you, can I just quickly say something as well, right? On the topic of working hard and having a greater vision, when you are pursuing something that is next level, out of your comfort zone, quite a big goal. It is a marathon and not a sprint. What are you laughing at?
Sorry.
No, because I've faced this, because obviously right now, taking on this music thing, right, beep, 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 beep.
So the way you said that was so like a film.
Yeah, I'm talking it like a film on purpose. So you can feel like you have these great visions and you want to bring them to life, and you can get very frustrated and down and doubt yourself when they don't happen and it doesn't follow the trajectory that you feel like it should. This may be schoolwork, this may be a career, this may be anything that you're really pursuing. But when you have that vision and you know deep in your heart that you can make it happen, that will drive you to achieve it.
My brother, I'm with you on that one. For example, the triathlon. I had a vision of what I wanted to do, and I turned it into one of the greatest video masterpieces on YouTube. Next year, we've got ourselves the half Ironman in Hawaii. Been invited to do the half marathon in Hawaii. There's multiple things that I'm working towards next year that start now. You put in the groundwork now, and you'll pay dividends in the future.
And it's true, right? You think of like what trajectory would you rather? One that is literally from here to here, but inevitably comes down, or one that is just slow and steady all the way to
one
the
like
top?
this.
Yeah, it doesn't. You know,
I
it can be up and
remember
down.
2-3 years ago when I was doing my Fortnite shite, I was lost. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And now I have direction.
Yeah, mate.
There's
that's
always
the
going to be
thing.
peaks and troughs in life.
Yeah, no, it's so true. Because like, say, a couple of years ago when I was lost and didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and now where I am, like, you can't, like, through getting through that, and sometimes you have just got to firm it, even if it's individual days when you're just not up to it, and getting through that day is like, is what your goal should be. Just get through that day because tomorrow's a new day. That is so big, because I used to I'd get a hurdle of like not feeling great and just capitulate. But having that, making sure that you just don't beat yourself up, I think is huge.
Setting goals, like I can quite happily sit here today and talk to you and say that I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is good.
I can sit here and say, boys, I do appreciate what you've done for me in my life.
No worries, Luke. You're buying a house
Wow.
as a result of waffling. That's fucking mental, isn't it?
Yeah, and actually,
well done.
I'm trying
using,
to. I don't want to.
you're using our money.
Our money.
Yeah, well, I haven't been paid in 6 months for waffling.
Okay, yeah, we have given him a little hedge, but game's a game.
It's coming back to you.
Yeah, it's
That
coming
will be
back to
sick
us.
though. Like, you can have a house party.
I will. And you're
Yeah.
It's
we'll
so
have a mucky
scary
one.
having your own house party, though, isn't it?
No, I used to do it week in, week out.
When?
Every day. But when it's fucking idiot boys.
Him.
Just invite birds. No, I didn't mean that. No, that's quite derogatory. I didn't mean. No, I come across like a twat now.
Well, we've just
No.
explained.
Do you know
how
what?
we're not
My
sexy.
flat is
Oh.
actually very good for house parties because it's all soundproof.
What I mean by birds is, girls are more respectful than boys, right? A house, they're actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Generally, what I've encountered in life.
You'll see normally
I'm
you'll
not a
see
dick.
these idiots like for example, when I had people round, one of my friends threw up all over the wall in my bed, and it's just like That's not very nice. Don't do that because I had to chuck it all away and buy
Yeah,
new
but
stuff.
how old were you? Oh wait, no,
This year.
that was recently.
They were 25-year-old men.
It was Stannard.
It was Stannard.
It was Stannard.
R.I.P. Not R.I.P. It's not here today. Normally we get one every single last episode.
One episode.
One episode. And can I just say, I think we should commend ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we've not had a single alcoholic beverage this season, this final episode.
I don't think we've had one
This
on
this
air the
season.
whole season, have we?
Maybe. Probably at the start.
Yeah.
Probably at the start, but look.
But now we all given up drinking and we don't drink anymore.
Yeah. Basically, well, I did have one time with, for my stepdad's birthday. Because it was like, you know what, this is an occasion. You know what, because I never said I'm never having alcohol ever again. And I've gone completely out of alcohol. But on my stepdad's birthday, it was sort of like, and I just signed the deal the day before.
Gosh, man.
Right? We all got together as a family and we had some champagne. And it was fucking quality. Great night.
Have you ever done a pub golf?
Oh, I'm playing golf on Friday, but it's not pub golf. What's pub golf?
The pub golf is you get like a list of like 10 or whatever pubs or 9 pubs for 9 holes. And each pub has a different drink you have to drink. So, for example, a pint, vodka.
Oh, so it's not golf?
No,
It's pub golf.
pub golf. But the whole point is you have to drink it, and how many sips it takes is how many holes. So, for example, if you take 2 sips to drink a pint, it's 2 holes.
No, not 2 holes. It's like your
Shots,
score is
2 shots,
yeah.
2 shots, yeah. So the whole point is you working for each pub, necking drinks, gets out of hand, very out of hand. We played that a couple of weeks ago.
What happens to the loser?
There is normally never a loser because by the time you get to the last pub, you don't know really what's going on.
Yeah, you're all just spangled anyway.
Yeah, played that a few weekends ago.
Well in.
Cool.
That's great.
Always got to end the season off with a fun story.
Right, so we're back in November for a special one.
I'm going to get hypnotised.
And then back in December for a Christmas special.
That'll be a Christmas drinking
It will be
special.
out on Christmas Day.
Okay, brilliant. And then we're back full for the next season in January.
Yeah.
Right?
There is an official date, but follow the Instagram.
Yeah, get it to 100k followers. Follow it right now.
Yeah, follow the Wafflin podcast Instagram.
If anyone's
please.
listening right now.
And
It will be announced there.
I'm going to spend this winter, right, making the best bangers I've ever made. We're going to number 1 in the charts.
God damn right, baby.
Mate, I hope we come back.
You and Sned Beeran.
I hope we come back for next season. You got number 1.
I'm going to come
Mate,
back in
that'd be
January with a bicep.
Yo, man, I'm going to get ripped. I'm going to get ripped.
Same,
And
brother.
No trust.
The tattoo on your arse will be gone.
What tattoo?
Yeah.
Your ex-girlfriend's name. Anyways, leave it on that. Please leave a like rent. If you're watching, comment saying, Joe, mate, your haircut is fucking quality, bro.
No. Comment saying, we'll miss you, boys. See you soon.
Yeah, do that. And until next time,
Toodles.
peace.